Hello and welcome to Never a Foul. It is start, bench, sell. Kind of debate that probably some people don't like to have because they want to back their players. But I'm here with Cass and Jess. How are you guys? How's everything? Ramadan Mubarak to all our followers and all our subscribers and everybody that is seeing the whole month, celebrating the holy month of Ramadan. And thank you everybody for being here. Please hit that like button if you just joined us. We really appreciate you joining us here today. This is going to be a different kind of show. I hope you like it. But how's everybody doing? Jess, how are you doing, my friend, today?
I'm good, man. I don't know if I told you last time, I was getting all these nosebleeds. Did I tell you about this?
What, because you're an Arsenal fan and you're stressed that you get knocked out of all the competitions but one?
Close, because I'm an Arsenal fan and I'm just top of the league. It's just crazy. The altitude.
Yeah. You know them ones where you just got to rid the joke straight away. Like, Jess, you just got to just like shift it. So you can't have all the momentum.
Mo, I'm good, thank you. I'm good, thank you, Mo. Thank you for asking, brother Mo.
Cass has to do it. He just can't live without it, bro. He just can't.
No,
live
you know what
without
it is? I feel like I spoke to Jessen forever, man, as well. It's just
There's
like
a reason for that. I've been avoiding you.
we got to go back to get those chops, fam.
I know. They were cold.
And also we're joined by Ty. So Ty's here with us. How are you? How's everything with you?
Yeah, all good, bro. Prison, man.
Yeah, I say again.
Ty looks like he's just come out of prison fresh out.
I'm fresh, man. I'm fresh back. But now, big up Jess every single time.
Thank you,
Cass,
guys.
Mo, and yeah, man, smash it like people on the way in, man. It's gonna be a good show. I'm not even gonna lie. I think there's no right answers to today. I think it's gonna be so tricky, man. But yeah.
I want to start by one thing before we go on to the actual thing. I want to just get an update.
You're gonna ask how I am.
Update on the Man United.
You're not gonna ask how I am.
I did, and you instead of saying you're okay and you're good, you started bantering Jess. Isn't that what happened, Jess?
That's exactly what happened. I heard it.
It's just the guys in the comment that they're not. Is he not respecting me like that? Let's flip it. Mo, how are you?
I was gonna give you the mic, bro. I'm waiting for Ramadan, bro. I'm just nervous a little bit about the fasting.
Same. I'm the same. Like honestly, like I know it's literally in the morning and everything. Like gotta get up and pray and everything, but it's just
preparing sahur and stuff and waking up for Fajr, you know, to eat and all this stuff.
I'm training myself, so I'm making sure I go to bed, yeah, and like when Fajr starts, so do Fajr and I'm going to bed. I know it's what's it called, innit? What do they call it again? Oh, I can't remember. You should go sleep before you do it. Sunnah, that's it.
Sunnah. Yeah. But anyway, I want to get an update a little bit on Man United bidding because there are no news today. Cass or Ty, any news today about the world record bid from the Qatari people? 6 billion or 5.5?
Do you want to start? You want me to start? Because I've got a massive bone to pick. See, Miguel Delaney, yeah? What a prick, fam. Absolute dickhead. He blocked me, you know, as well. I'm glad you blocked me. Yeah, he blocked me as well.
He did block him. But because Cass tweeted about him like 6-7 times in like 1 hour.
No, I didn't. No, don't do that, Mo. You're lying on my name. I made one tweet and he got like 600-700 likes. You probably saw it, but I don't care. It's not the point. The guy's an xenophobic prick, yeah? And not on top of that, yeah, your own newspaper, I'm going to clip this and I'm going to get people to send it to him. Just going to absolutely get him barraged. Your own newspaper is owned by Saudis and Russians. Go take a pay cut or go to another newspaper then. But you want to make, you know, he hates Man City as well. He hates Man City. He hates Newcastle. And then he hates Man United all of a sudden now. Liverpool fan, by the way, in shock. And what do they all have in common? Arabs.
Just I don't like this narrative about like, oh my god, I don't want Arabs in my country. Oh, what do you do? Arms deals, you do oil deals, you do gas deals, you do everything with them. But no, when it comes to football, I don't want the Arabs in my country. I don't like this narrative, which is bullshit.
I personally need Arabs wherever I go because I need a shawarma every now and again. So please.
Yeah, I just think it's ridiculous, man. This is just the world we live in, innit? Whether it's 100 years from now, 200 years from now,
we're always going to
certain individuals that are going to have opinions like this. Obviously, I'm not even going to get onto the R word and the rest of it. But basically, you know what it's like in this world we live in. The bottom line is for me on the bid is I just want to say this. Just please, Glazers, accept the bid from Sheikh Jazim or Sheikh Jaheem, whatever his name is, because this is a guy that seems like he cares about the club. He wants to do everything that the fans want to do. He wants to invest. He wants to invest in the training ground. He's looking at the women's football as well. So we've got an owner that actually cares about this football club. Well, obviously we don't know until he's in position of power, but obviously what he's outlining is that he's going to invest. And we've seen what Man City have done. We've seen what Newcastle have done. And Newcastle, by the way, now Jess, when you look at it, you look at Newcastle and the owners that they've got. Everyone thought they were going to go and splash the cash and do all that. They actually haven't really gone out and splashed the cash. They spent Isaac 60 million long-term signing. Then they've got the Botmans, the Dan Burns. They're doing it quite well. They're not just spending willy-nilly. So they actually are trying to want to do the club in the right way. So I want the Saudis, man.
Yeah. But let's start with the show. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Ty, you're a fraud.
Why is that?
Mo, where's Ty on my screen?
On your right side. Right side. Yes.
This way.
No, the other way.
You're a fraud.
The other way.
This way.
Yeah.
You're a fraud, brother. Yeah. You only want the Arabs in, instead of Jim Radcliffe, is because you believe the Arabs will come in and spend money. Okay.
No, I don't.
Let me speak, brother.
By the way, Jim Radcliffe's not going to clear the debt either.
You want the Arabs in because all you want is a quick fix. Your team is in the mud, in the dunya. On Ramadan.
No, Ty, call it for what it is. I do want a quick fix. I need a quick fix now because Man United are being so run down. We need a quick fix.
At least Kaz is being honest, Ty.
No, Jess, I'm being honest. There's quick fixes in some things and there's long-term in some things. Long-term and quick fix, we get the balance of both. You get the chicken, you get the rice and peas as well. You get what I'm saying? So for me, I want the balance of both. And by the way, with the debt, the fact that Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos and that are going to come in, they're also getting backing from third parties to try and actually fund their bid. They're not going to clear the debt. The debt's going to remain, and they're actually also getting financial backing from elsewhere. So for me, it shows that they haven't really got that power to then say, come in and say, right, we want to do this and that. The Sheikhs are just saying, right, we've got the money, we want to pay for the club, and this is what we want to do. So for me, I just want a proper owner to come in and steer the ship. I don't even want Jim Ratcliffe, and a lot of Man United fans don't want Jim Ratcliffe, by the way, Jess. This is not just like me. Like, ask Cass, a lot of Man United fans, like even when he was he visited last week Old Trafford, people were like quote tweeting the picture like, just leave now, blah, 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 because they know that he's not going to come in and actually wipe the debt. And also he's getting backing from third parties. So we just want a proper owner that's going to come in and steer the ship, whether it's some things are quick fix and some things are long term. So let's see what happens, man. But
I'm watching this, but me personally, my point of view, I believe that all you United fans just want. Go on.
Can I ask you a question, Jess?
Please.
If you were Man United right now, or this is Arsenal Football Club right now, and you've got Jim Ratcliffe, and then you've got Sheikh Jassim that wants to make a bid, what is your feeling of what you would want as an Arsenal fan?
Exactly. Now, please let me finish this, okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to lie, I would prefer the Arab came in. Yeah, this is the truth. My issue with what you said is your reasoning, okay? I want the Arab to come in just so we can spend money right now, okay? I'm not going to say, oh, let's get the Arab in because of this and that. No, I'm going to say come in and spend and fix. I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it. I'm going to call it for what it is. Right, I think the Arabs will be the best choice if Radcliffe isn't going to clear the debt. If he needs backing from third parties and fourth parties and whatnot, I believe that Sheikh Jassim is the right option. I just want you guys to be honest and truthful to yourselves, okay, as to why you prefer the Sheikh as opposed to the Sir.
All right, I'll give you why. Because out of every quick, just I don't want to talk about this for too long because it's kind of dead for other viewers that are not Man United fans. What he's going to do, not just for the team, but the area itself. He's the only one that can afford it and make us debt-free. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, with him, like respectfully to him and everything, there are also issues. If you want to highlight issues, there's the whole, the Green Party issue with him and everything that comes surrounding the actual, I don't know what he's doing stuff that global warming shit, basically affecting the air with all that crap. Bollocks. For me, I don't actually care about, because we can pinpoint bullshit that's bad on both parties, probably, right? So I'm going to ignore all of that. Now I'm thinking of Glazers and what they've done with Man United and why we've been held back for so many years. It's debt and neglect. I think Jim Ratcliffe will probably actually be a decent owner, to be fair. I really do think, I wouldn't be mad at the end of the world. If it's the case, we've got to accept it. But when you're saying Man United's going to now be put on more debt, What's the difference? Because you can't afford to pay off that debt. You can't just put that all on Ineos to get rid of that debt, because now the higher bid, you've got to slap another $1 billion on that, which means more debt. What we're getting with the Al-Thani family is rid of all sorts of debt. What kind of business would you want running your show?
No, you're right.
That's it. So it's not just that. He's the only one that financially can stable Man United stadium, facilities, fans in general.
Investing in the youth.
I would like to have a show one day when we talk about the ownership of the club and how it affects the fans and all this stuff, and we can have a show for like hours and hours talking about, because it gets so political now at the moment between the Arabs and this party and this party. It is just unbelievable at the moment, where it was supposed to be all about the football. It doesn't matter who owns your club as long as they support the club footballing wise and they serve the community. That's what it's about, to be honest.
Thing is, for me, Mo, we always say keep politics out of football, but when it becomes a certain topic, even with Man City, fans, especially people like Jack Napier, can't keep the political stuff outside. If you want to play safe football, what can he do for your football club now? What can he even do for the
community? Look at what Man City did for the community. Look at that. What happened? It's as simple as, it's not only about that.
Trafford and Stretford is empty, bro. Trafford is literally industrial. It's so much stuff you can do around it. You can help a lot of people at Manchester, or people, you make Manchester even better as a city.
People
obviously,
don't want to see it this way. People just xenophobics and they don't want Arabs and Brexit and all the stuff. And I'm like,
anyways, I just don't like people that are basically hypocritical, like Miguel Delaney, in it, like the one that.
So let's go on with the show.
Yeah, let's
go on with the. So this show, people, is about start, bench, sell. 3 players, same position or kind of similar positions, and it's about now. If it's your season now, it's your club. Who would you start? Who would you bench? And who would you sell? And we're gonna start from the defense, going all the way up to the strikers. We have groups of players, and we're gonna start right away with the 3 defenders of this season: Virgil van Dijk of Liverpool, Lisandro Martinez, and William Saliba. There is no host here. It's just a discussion. I'm going to start with Jess, since he is our guest today.
You guys already made a mistake here.
Big up Armchair Gaffers, by the way.
Oh, yeah. By the way, guys, my name is Jess, a.k.a. Wrong and Strong, a.k.a. Continental Jess, a.k.a. the People's Champion, the real People's Champion, because I do a podcast for the people, by the people. If you like or want to see more of me and my guys, we do a weekly podcast called Armchair Gaffers. It's out every single Monday. And we do a daily show called The Daily Gaffer, which is out every day. The clue's kind of in the name. So I hope you guys. Where's my way? You over here? Where are you?
I'm a hit out above. Yeah.
For me on here, he's there as well. But on the YouTube, it's different.
Mo, I hope you've put my links in the description, because brother,
it's not me. I swear, it's not me. It's this guy. It's Cass. I swear, it's Cass. It's Cass. Cass who set up the show.
Your name is literally in the title.
No, but I need the links to my channel, Armchair Gaffers, where you get to see more level-headed football debates and a bit of football unlevel-headed debates. Anyways, cool. You guys have really got it wrong, because William Saliba is the B-side on our mixtape. Yeah, back in the olden days when we had an actual tape, you had the A and the B side. Our main defender is actually Gabriel. Okay, the issue with Saliba, not the issue. He came in and he was a breath of fresh air. Don't pull these faces, Mo. He came in and we're like, oh my gosh, this kid is actually good. But the glue in that defensive partnership is not William Saliba, it's Gabriel. So already we've made a mistake, because he's not our best defender, Saliba. It's Gabriel. Why are you pulling these faces, Mo? Look at
because it's as simple as start somebody, bench somebody, and sell somebody.
But you haven't chosen our best defender, so already we're off to a bad start.
That's on your opinion, though. Others beg to differ.
It's your opinion.
Cool. All right, cool. Forget it. I'll go by what you said. So it was Lisandro, Saliba, and who?
Van Dijk.
Okay. So I will start Lisandro because he's quite good. I will sell Saliba because he's young and valuable. And I'll leave Van Dijk on the bench just in case he gets a bit sticky, because he's still a good defender.
Wow.
Oh shit, I did not expect
Holy
that.
Fuck.
What?
I didn't see that coming. I expected you to start Saliba, bench Lisandro, and sell Van Dijk. Not because of the money. It's not about the money thing. It's about who's better and who do you think is benefit for your club this season. But you actually explained it really well, because you think Lisandro is better than Saliba. That's what I'm getting out of you.
Yeah, why not? I mean, if I was a coach, the way I decide who's better between two players, I say, cool. If I was a coach and I had these two centre backs, say Lisandro and Saliba, and Lisandro was my starting centre back, and he was injured, and I had to replace him with Saliba, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, our season's over. I'd be like, yeah, cool. Like, two good defenders. Let's go.
So guys in the comments, please let me know what you think. Sil, bench
what,
or
you don't
start?
think I'm some kind of crazy Arsenal fan that's just gonna
Nah. I just don't think they expect
saying
him to
you're
probably
crazy,
sell
bro.
Saliba. Because for me,
RJ start Lisandro, bench Saliba, sell Van Dijk. This is the first of RJ here.
Can I say as well that Saliba and Lisandro, they're both centre backs, but Saliba predominantly plays on the right of the two for Arsenal, and Lisandro plays on the left. So similar position essentially, but kind of different. But yeah, no, I stand by what I said. Start Lisandro, sell Saliba, and keep Van Dijk on the bench.
Wow. I'm in disagreement.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree.
Wow.
I'll start Lisandro, I'd bench Saliba, and I'll sell Van Dijk. That's what I would do. I would actually, Why?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, why?
So I like Lisandro. Obviously, I'm not even trying to say it's because I'm a Man United fan. I think finding a left centre back, first of all, there's not loads in elite football at the highest level. It's a natural left centre back. I like that niche. Passing through the lines, I think he's really good at that as well. Obviously, and his age, he's got time on his side. Saliba, I like what he's done this season in terms of, his impact he's had on Arsenal. But I do agree with Jess, there's definitely levels for him to improve, but he's got the physical capabilities to improve. And I just think with Virgil van Dijk, obviously right now, he's just not been the same for me since his injury. I think the aura's kind of gone on him, and he's 32 in like 2 months' time. So for me, I just feel like right now, if I was to be a manager of a football club, I'm happy with Lisandro starting, Saliba being on the bench, and Van Dijk leaving. It doesn't mean that I think Van Dijk's a bad player, because there's going to be some debates like this the whole show that are going to be so nip and tuck. There's no right answer. That's what I said even when I come on. So Lisandro start, Saliba bench, and Van Dijk unfortunately be in the shop window.
But there's no value for Van Dijk.
No, it's not about the money.
It's not about value of money.
It's not about the money.
It's all about the money.
But Jess has. But if we add context, Jess is right.
It's got good context. I don't disagree. But I'm just thinking about but my initial thoughts is the player. That's where I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm going at the player.
Yeah. Do you want to go Mo before me?
No, go ahead.
So I'm actually starting Saliba. I'm benching Lisandro, and I'm selling Virgil.
You're going to start Saliba over Lisandro?
You know what? Saliba is how old?
22?
Less.
22 or 22, 23.
Oh, Saliba is 21 years old. He's literally 22. Is 22 in 2 days.
Yeah, I've just seen it.
When I think of young centre backs these days, I'm thinking of the package. I love Lisandro, man. Trust me, I really do. And this is probably tough. But for me, Saliba, give it another year. This next season, even. Like, I'm thinking this guy's probably good. He's got the credentials or potential, shall I say, not credentials, to become the best centre back in the world. Like, he's got everything I want. Pace, height, he can jump, he's strong. I don't see a weakness in this game. He's composed. Lisandro Martinez lacks one thing for me, two things. Which, one, he's defeated, is obviously the height thing, but it'd be nice to just have a naturally tall centre back anyways, because that just means it doesn't defeat any weaknesses. And number two, obviously he doesn't have a lot of pace. So for me, Saliba is a rock. And I get it, Gabriel's probably had a little bit of a better season currently as Saliba. I think Gabriel gets a little bit slandered. Everyone goes back to what they usually think. Like when people think of Wan-Bissaka, just an example, they think he's bad at the back post. He's actually been good this season, but that's the narrative, isn't it? Because that's what people are used to. Gabriel Bozo, I ain't seen a Bozo moment in a very long time. So on that notice, I'm putting some respect on their name, and I think Saliba has everything. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna say Saliba. I think I'm a massive fan. Even though I hate Arsenal, I'm a massive fan, and I'm just gonna be real with it. Virgil van Dijk, that knee injury done him. See, if he didn't do his ACL, I'd be like, I'm probably starting Virgil still. Like that kind of, he's lost a yard of pace. He's losing out favor Liverpool a little bit. I still think he's their best defender.
He's only on the decline as well. He ain't gonna get any better.
So that's what I agree with you. But for me, based on like if I'm a coach today and I'm starting a team in a Champions League final tomorrow, I'm starting Van Dijk, I'm benching Lisandro Martinez, and I'm selling William Saliba. I think, in my opinion, still Virgil van Dijk. It's not only about defending. Virgil van Dijk is a leader on the defense. Yes, the whole Liverpool team is terrible. But if Virgil van Dijk, you put him in the right team, I think he's one of the best defenders I've seen in the last 10 years, in my opinion, in terms of leadership, reading the game, and all of this stuff. Lisandro Martinez, the dog in him, actually, it just negates everything else. I love it. I just love to see the tackles. I love to see him reading the game and going one-on-one on the forward. William Saliba, I like him. He's great. But as you guys said, I think Gabriel is the one who's holding the defense together. It's not Saliba. That's how I see it. Saliba has everything to be great, but I don't think he's a great defender yet. So for me, Virgil van Dijk, it's not only about defending, it's about leadership and reading the game and all the stuff. I think if I have a Champions League final tomorrow, I would definitely start Virgil van Dijk because he makes a difference in every team he plays at. I know that people say he declined and everything, but even when he's declined today, I'm watching him and he's still a leader. Yes, he has his moments, but everybody makes mistakes. But I'm going to start Van Dijk. For me, bench Lisandro and sell William Saliba. That's my opinion.
Man, there we go.
We're all done different. The fuck?
Yeah, we're all done different.
No,
Wait,
Cass,
try to do timestamps if you can for defender, and then.
No, I've done it. I've already done it.
Six.
But it's just all gonna be in one block. Obviously.
I know people think in the comments that Virgil van Dijk has been awful. You guys, if you watch the game, still he reads the game better than anyone I've seen now. And I see a lot of comments. I see a lot of comments about one thing, and I want to get your opinion before we move on from defenders. Get another player in because I don't want to be harsh on Man City. Diaz. You guys, where does Diaz fit in this category between these three? Quick answer, where does he fit? If you're going to replace one of these guys, which one would you replace with Diaz or not? Or do you think Diaz is a level below these guys?
If I had to, I think he's on par with all of them. I think they're all class. If I had to replace one of those players, I'm not being biased, it will be Lisandro Martinez for Diaz.
I don't even think
Diaz. Because they're all right centre backs.
You said you start Lisandro, but then you're saying that you replace Lisandro with Diaz. It's just.
I think Jeff might be coming from the right centre back, and then they're all can easily be compared.
Well, I rate Diaz quite highly. Was it last season he won Defender of the Year or Player of the Year, whatever he won?
Yeah, 2 years ago, I think. Yeah.
2 years ago. So I know him when he's on song. He is quite good. Remember, the only reason why I sold Saliba was because he's the most valuable because of his age. I think right in the back, I think on their day, I would take Diaz over Saliba. I'm trying to not be Arsenal biased.
I don't even think Diaz is even their best defender, bro.
Yeah, nor do I. I think John Stones is better.
Yeah, same.
I rate John Stones, very highly. But a lot of people don't understand how good he is.
The leadership side of things, Diaz does bring Gesto. The lead, like what Mo said about Van Dijk, the leadership, definitely, Diaz is definitely like a future captain for Man City. I'll be honest with you, because, the way he speaks to the players. I think even one of my boys went to the game at the Emirates when they beat you, and he said, and he was in the City end, he said all he could hear all game was Diaz shouting instructions and commanding, because obviously he was there. But I think John Stones is actually the better centre back, but not the better leader.
You told me that if you vote Nathan Ake, if it's just based on this season as well, there would be another conversation to have. I think Nathan Ake's wicked, man. This season, wicked.
He surprised me. I'm not gonna lie.
If I had to change it, John Stones would be my starting centre back. If it was Stones in this equation, it would be Stones. But
Wow.
Okay, what are we doing next?
Yeah, let's before we do the next ones, people, 170 of you here, and we're not even on 100 likes. It looks like this, it's free. Just hit that like button for me, please. I want to see 100 likes at least in the next 5 minutes. It's underneath your live chat. The chats are flying. I can't read every single comment. I'm trying to, but at least hit that like button for me, please. Over 175 of you here. Next ones we're doing is a tricky one, a very, very tricky one, because it is the midfielder, the defensive midfielders one. It's Rodri, Casemiro, and Thomas Partey. It's absolutely tricky one. And look at Jess's face. He doesn't want to get into this conversation. He doesn't want to do it because I don't think it favors his player.
No, the reason why, guys, like Cass, you know me, I try to be fair, and I don't like to seem like an Arsenal guy, but there were sometimes I have to let my Arsenal come out. Fire for that. So I'm not going to go first this time anyway.
Yes, it's going to be me. I'm going to go first this time. I'm going to start Casemiro, bench Rodri, and sell Thomas Partey. The reason why is I'm going to play a DM. Casemiro, by far, is the best breaker in the league. By far. His numbers don't lie. The leadership on the pitches where Rodri is great as a leadership, but however, Casemiro, numbers-wise, interceptions-wise, tackles, duels won, it's Casemiro. And also, he proved that he can do the offensive part of it. Again, numbers don't lie. Scored a lot of goals, contributed to the offense. So I think I'm going to get Casemiro.
Don't start with me.
Rodri for me, I think his passing ability is fantastic. His passing ability is great. But we've seen in the World Cup that he played as a central defender because Busquets was there. And if you have someone who's WH playing as a defensive midfielder, maybe there is something here to be asked. He plays for Pep Guardiola. His system fits really well. However, Casemiro proved that he can play in two systems. And I think Casemiro is the best DM I've seen probably in the last 10 years. Better than Fabinho, better than everybody. Rodri, great. Thomas Partey, on the other hand, I think he's okay, but he's not at any level on par with these people.
I love Jess's reaction. Hey, Jess has got to go next. Jess has got to go next.
No, Jess is going to go last. Jess is going to go last. I'm sorry.
Casco go second this time then.
I'm not going I'm not. Yeah, I don't start with me, Ty. I want to see what Ty says.
Be honest.
I don't like this one. This is, hey, you know what I said? There's no right answer. There's no right answer, you know.
You know what system you're going to go with, either. It depends what system. It's
single pivot.
Yeah, but anyone could do any of that. They've all been doing it.
Oh.
Thomas Partey's been doing it only this season.
Can I quiz you, Mo, on something?
Go ahead.
You said Rodri's passing is great. I don't think it is.
Huh? Fuck. What?
Short-term passing is good. Long-range passing is not great. That's why people said when they signed Calvin Phillips, his passing range is actually better.
Well, Partey's actually got the best long-range passing for me.
I was going to say Thomas Partey's actually a better passer than Rodri, 100%.
He's actually.
I'm just questioning Mo because
he said his
passing is great. I'm not questioning Rodri as a player in terms of what he has to do. Rodri is more, short-term passing, giving it to the midfield, and they can do their thing. But long-range passing, Mo, don't tell me that Rodri is a great long-range passer because he's not. Calvin Phillips has actually got more.
He's not asked to do it. He's not asked to do it. That's the thing. He's not.
I'm questioning what you said. You said his passing is great. I'm questioning you.
Well, his passing is great. For me, the passing is connecting the play between the defense and the midfield. He's the one who connects everything between the defense. He gets the ball from the defense, gets in the right places, find the right pass to open up the oppositions. And I think this is something that maybe his long passing is not great, but a short passes is something. Xavi used to be the king of these short passes. The small passes.
I'm not disagreeing.
But that's just my opinion. I think I'll take Casemiro because I like my DM to be able to break the play. Besides being okay to pass and all the stuff, I think for me Casemiro is not by far, but he's the better player of all of them. To be honest, Cass. Can you start?
No.
Well done, Mo. Well done.
Fuck son.
Ty.
No. We're going the other way, clockwise and anti-clockwise. So go ahead.
This is somehow down the line racist, bro. But
yes.
That's what I'm gonna say. In it, this is xenophobic.
When we're all different nationalities as well. That's a joke.
It's mad, isn't it? Oh man, bias me, shameless me says Casemiro. But if I'm being honest, the way I like to play football, I'm having Rodri, man. I'm having Rodri, yeah. I'm starting Rodri. I'm benching Cassie because imagine someone you want to close shop. Casemiro is perfect, and then I'm definitely selling Partey, man. Without a doubt.
But we all agree. We agree that Partey is the third.
I have to be so honest because there are Man City fans here, and that is a Man City fan. It's not me bottling it or nothing, but I'm trying not let this be. I'm trying to let this be an actual conversation. Rodri for me is got
football debate. Take your club.
It's the most all-rounded DM since Busquets, and Busquets is my favorite DM. Not Makelele, not none of them. It's him. I like my Michael Carricks, dictators. But I love Casemiro to bits. But I'm benching him because tactically, someone to come on, close up shop. No one's better than that man there. Partey don't give a damn really. Just had one good season in his Arsenal career. So at the moment.
By the way, I just want to respond to a couple of people. I never said that Casemiro's passing is better than Rodri. I said Casemiro is the best tackler in the DM in the league. But actually, he is. I never said Partey might pass better because Arsenal play position football. But that doesn't mean he's the best DM.
This comes down to preference, innit? It all
Yeah,
comes
of
down to
course.
preference.
The way you
If
want
I'm
to.
gonna-
I like
if
Italian
you-
football. You know that. I like Italian football,
Yeah,
so
if
I
you wanna
like a
ask me who's gonna-
defensive
If you want to ask
midfielder.
me who's been a better DM this season, I'm probably gonna say Cassie in it. Obviously, I'm biased and I think
Yeah.
so in it. But overall, Rodri for me. Next, who's next? Let me jump ship.
Ty.
It's your turn, man.
You know what, Cass? Thank you, bro. You made my life easy. I start Rodri. I bench
This guy's a chump.
I start Rodri. I bench Casemiro, and I sell Thomas Partey. And do you know
Party in
what?
the bin. Party in the bin.
Yeah, do you know what? And the funny thing is, do you know what? I'm gonna show respect to Thomas Partey because Cass made I was just speaking. Do you know what?
Oh shit!
Do you know why I wanted you to go first? 'Cause I didn't think you were gonna say Rodri yet, and I know Daps doesn't probably think that. I know I saw Daps in the comments. I'm turning off, and I was actually gonna be like, Daps, you're turning off too early, bro. Because I was gonna start Rodri. I was just questioning Mo in the long range passing situation because he's great here. But do you know what? Rodri for me. He scored. He can score goals. Obviously, long range strikes. I know Thomas Partey can do that. I get it as well. He obviously strong physically. Slots in at centre back, like you said. Not saying he was slotting at centre back, but physically, I know that he can win headers. Controls the tempo of the game, and I think Manchester United is still missing that now, despite how good Casemiro is. Right? Let me land. Despite how good, or do you want to plug something quickly?
I was gonna say, should we add context? Is this overall of this season?
No.
It's
This
now.
is over.
No.
Yeah,
You're talking overall. I'm talking if you have a Champions League. If you have a Champions League final tomorrow. If you have a Champions League final tomorrow, who would you start?
Yeah.
Who would you bench? And you have to sell somebody.
No.
Right, cool. If that's the case, then you know what? Next time, next round.
I'm still gonna go Rodri because I'm talking about obviously Casemiro has still been consistent for a number of years in the Liga, but Rodri, I like what he does in terms of controlling the tempo. He can get the ball on the back foot from the defense. And Man United is still missing that with Casemiro. Mo, I know Casemiro has been great, by the way, but we want a De Jong who can get the ball off the back foot. So there's something in his game that I like in my DM, like Michael Carrick, for example, like the Busquets, that they can control. Jorginho, even, for example, at Arsenal. I know he's not a regular starter, but they can control the game. So, yeah, Rodri all round for me. Casemiro, he's just got that dog in him, that winning experience, that mentality. And Thomas Partey, funny enough, even though I really rate him, I've actually always thought, do you know what? I would love to see him, even though he's getting older now. I've always thought, I'd like to see him in maybe a number 8 role to stretch his legs and get up and down the pitch because I think he actually has other things he can offer outside of just being a DM. Thomas Partey, he's actually got legs he can stretch. And at Atletico Madrid, he wasn't always a DM. Like he's a more a complete centre mid who can do a bit of everything. So I think Partey's actually a really good player who can play in an 8 as well and get up and down the pitch. Whether his legs can do it now, I don't know. But specialists, Rodri and Casemiro are specialists in that role, and I think you want to be a specialist. So start Rodri, bench Casemiro, and I sell Partey.
This is why I said, why don't they just get Caicedo and put Thomas Partey in the 8? Like I'd rather them. If I was last man, I'd be like, get up DM and let him go back into 8.
Before we go to Jess, Comdean with the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the support. He's saying sorry, but Mo, your takes today are no good. Partey is a better passer than Rodri. Partey has been clear for a year and a half now. Opinions, my friend. It's just opinions. There is no right or wrong here. It's just opinions. I like my DM to be defensive.
He's a flipping 5-time Champions League winner, man, and he's crucial to.
I'm sorry, like it's okay, and people think like I hate Man City or something.
That's the maddest part, Mo. He has hidden abilities until he had to come to the Prem. Everyone thought he's just a tackler.
Exactly, but then look at him and but anyway, it is what it is. Arsenal fans want to defend Partey and want to come into Jess now.
I said
100 likes, people. 100 likes, please get us 100 likes. 2 likes off 100 likes. So Jess, what is? Are you okay, bro? It's okay. Partey's okay. We'll start him. We'll start him next time. It's okay, bro. It's fine.
I can't lie. This season, he's Partey's been sick. If I might have had to change. No, fuck it. I don't care.
I don't even want to speak. That's what it is right now.
You could have went first. You could have went first. You could have laid the foundation to change our minds, but it's too late, Jess. This is what happens when you wait till last. You know who done that before? Who waited till last before to take a penalty and they get to take it because you should have went first. And they
Neymar?
Was it Neymar?
Yeah, Neymar. Yeah, it was.
Neymar.
Ty and Cass, there are a lot of comments that saying you like your DM to hold 7. Okay, whatever, guys.
We started Rodri.
You're talking about me. You like your DMs to be 7. So it's kind of.
Guys,
I also like my DM to actually start for the big games. So regardless, 7-0 or 2-0, who knows.
Before I continue, guys, I've actually got some content I've just uploaded just now to my YouTube channel, Armchair Gaffers. So please check it out. That's Armchair Gaffers. That little 5-10 minute spill of hearing you guys speak was very painful for me. Hearing you lot speak, all three of you, was one of the reasons why I stay off of football Twitter. You people are just, I don't, do you watch the games or do you just like watch the highlights and go on Twitter and see what people are saying? Because that's what it sounds like to me. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you some background. Okay. My second team that I'll keep an eye out for after Arsenal is Real Madrid. So I've known about Casemiro long before it came to Manchester United. Okay. I believe that he is head and shoulders above everyone else at United, which is why he looks so good. It's like the year 11. It's like the under 23 player going to play with the under 16s. That's what's going on there with Casemiro and United. Rodri, I rate very highly. I think he's one of the best in the world. Thomas Partey has transformed this Arsenal team this season with his performances to a greater degree than what Casemiro has done with this Manchester United team. These are just the facts. It is night and day. Arsenal are night and day. Yeah.
I'll let you land.
Yeah. Arsenal with Partey and Arsenal without Partey, it's night and day. Okay. With Partey in the team, the result is usually a foregone conclusion. When he's not in the team, it can occasionally, not all the time, but occasionally be still more of a gamble. Not a gamble, but more of a gamble than when he's not there. I'm going to start Thomas Partey because he's the best out of all three of those. Okay. He offers more versatility as well. So he's playing for Arsenal as a 6. Ty said you can see a bit of 8 in him. And he's also filled in for Arsenal and against Arsenal at right back. He done it on the weekend against Palace. And he done it for Atletico against Arsenal in the Europa League. So he's got more versatility. So if you want to change up the tactics late in the game, he's a good player to have. The next player, I'm going to bench. Now, I'm going to take a different route here. I'm going to bench Rodri because he's better than Casemiro, even though he would be worth more money. And I'm going to obviously sell Casemiro. Rodri, I think, for me, it's a toss-up between Rodri and Partey. I'll take either on my team. Casemiro, I know he's good, but I don't think he's as good as he might seem. Okay. Now, by the way, I'm rating all these players on a scale of 1 to 100. They're all like 90 plus. Okay. So when I say he's not good, it's compared to the other two. Okay. So he's still better than everyone else, just not Partey or Rodri.
You're being political. You're sugarcoating it. I think you don't rate Casemiro based on what you said. Yeah.
You don't watch my podcast.
You're sugarcoating it. You're sugarcoating it.
Watch my podcast. No. If you go back and rewind all the tapes, like I've been rating Carlos Casemiro for a long time, so I rate him highly. I just think that I feel like a lot of United players, this is my United hate coming out now. A lot of United players get more credit than they're actually due. One being Marcus Rashford.
The ones that have also played the most games in Europe this whole out of everyone. Yeah, that one.
One player that gets a lot of he gets overhyped is Marcus Rashford. He had about 7 to 9 weeks of, wasn't even 9 weeks, I don't think. It might have been of great form, and all of a sudden he's the best player in the world. Okay, when players have been doing it for longer and don't get as much kudos as him.
Don't listen to them people, Jess.
He's even got more goals and assists. Yeah, so he hasn't even got as many goals and assists in the league as Ivan Toney. However, one is not even thought about to be in the England squad, and the other one is the best player in the world. So United players get more love than they should.
Toney that just scores most of his goals that are penalties. Yeah, that one.
Jess, you do know Ivan Toney's in the England squad, right?
Yeah, just about. And I feel like that inclusion this time was kind of because the FA are kind of in trouble with him because they've leaked the findings or whatever, or his whole legal stuff. So I don't feel like they're including him because of anything other than trying to.
Either way, the Rashford stuff will come later, but yeah.
So United players get more love than they should. Sorry about my long monologue. So I think Casemiro was good, but he's not as good as this season, at least, as he's made out to be. So start Partey because he's the best out of all of them. Second is Rodri. Like if Partey is a 95 out of 100, Rodri is like also 95 out of 100. Like there's no difference. I just prefer Partey between the two, and Casemiro is like a 90, 91.
It's quite, but the only comeback I want to say back to you is obviously Casemiro still remember playing with a midfield that is still not complete yet. In terms of, he's got Bruno. I get Bruno's obviously going to be a mainstay.
Yeah, he's playing on the fucking right side.
Yeah, he's played well when he's had Eriksen there. But Eriksen's been out for the last few months. Arsenal have had a bit more of a complete midfield where it's more Xhaka and Odegaard, which is your mainstay midfield. Rodri, of course, has De Bruyne, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva there, and Casemiro as well. A lot of Real Madrid fans have actually said this year, when he's not been there this year, they've noticed the difference. And you can kind of tell when you look at Real Madrid's league performance. And
Tchouameni's also falling out.
Yeah.
Guess what, Ty? I agree with you 100%.
Okay.
100,000%.
Comes down to preference, though, isn't it, Jess? It just comes down
to preference. Yeah. What you said about him having a worse midfield, these are facts, because it's no secret that playing with better players will elevate you.
Do you think Casemiro can elevate then if we get the best right player in from in the summer?
Of course, bro. As soon as we get De Jong next summer, watch.
That's what I'm saying. So
No. I'm agreeing with you. No, you're right. And also with Real Madrid, because I watched them most weeks, they have been struggling without him this year. So you're right. And it is maybe just a matter of preference.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would prefer to start Partey, leave Rodri on the bench, and sell Casemiro, because that's just how it's
fair enough.
But
a super chat, Comdine again with a super chat to say, but we're talking about the here and now, not pedigree. I agree. That's why I'm like,
he's right. He's right. That's very right.
So here and now, who's the best then?
I think it's
Casemiro.
Huh?
Yeah.
Mo, is that right? Casemiro.
I prefer Casemiro.
I started Rodri.
Stats don't lie. Stats don't lie.
God's son is saying, Cass, your big game is Newcastle. Because you're talking about
you got a trophy this season, do you?
Another super chat. Let me just do this. Another super chat is saying people being serious when they're saying Casemiro is the best ever. No, nobody said that, my friend. Or are they too young to have seen Busquets, Makelele, both revolutionized different levels? Maybe I've seen a better player than Busquets. I've seen a better player than Makelele. For me, as a DM, as a regista, which is Pirlo, for my opinion. In my opinion, is the best one.
Make me sick.
It is the best guy I've seen. Five Champions League finals, 2 winners, changed the way. Listen, so there's a difference. I would take Pirlo or Rodri? I would take Pirlo, in my opinion.
Oh my word! Do not make me. I love Pirlo. Like Pirlo.
No,
the brother can't even. He's like Georgie. The guy can't run.
Rodri is slow as well. But again, Pirlo was. I think Pirlo changed the way.
I wouldn't call it Pirlo a DM. You put runners around him, he elevates. I get it. But we're talking about the player itself. Rodri's balance is fuck. But
so Rodri is better than Pirlo for you. That's a conversation to be held.
Barely tackle, and that's the deficiencies in his game.
Preference, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
Anyway, but thank you, TBG, for the super chat. Yes, people haven't seen Busquets and haven't seen Makelele and Busquets are 2 different players. To be Makelele is compared to Casemiro, Busquets are compared to Rodri. So yeah, thank you so much for the super chat. So the
guys, make sure also you smash the likes. I see there's over 220 here. Make sure you get them likes up over 100 to 150. Let's get that minimum. And also Jess's channel as well is Armchair Gaffer. So guys, make sure you go and subscribe right there. ACG, you can see it on the shirt. You get me? So Armchair Gaffers, go and show love, man. But yeah, sorry, Mo. I just thought I'd run out.
People are asking me why I big up a player that played for Milan and Juventus. It doesn't matter. It's just a player.
Don't get distracted, because you know what you'll do. You'll rant for 10 minutes on it, and then we won't even do the next position.
I'm not. So I'm going to move to one that is... It's very controversial because of this season and how these players played this season. It is Odegaard, Bruno, and KDB.
Am I going last? I'll save it.
It's very tricky. Let me put some context. It's about this year. It's about what happened today. It's about what is going on now and who you want to play in a Champions League final or a final game in the Premier League. Who would you count on to get you the win? And it's not about the team around them. It's about now. How is it going for them now? And I'm going to start with Ty this time since he hasn't started yet. Yeah. But let me do this super chat about the last time, and we're gonna move on from the DM. We're gonna move on from the DM. Casemiro has better defensive stats because United have less of the ball than Arsenal. Partey snuffs out counter attacks better than anyone in the world. Okay, opinions.
That's fair. That's fair. You know,
it's a very good argument. To be honest, it's a very good super chat.
What's he got, like 6 goals and 6 assists to his name? You know what I mean?
Thank you so much, Kumdimba. It's a very good opinion, to be honest. Some people just have really valid arguments, and I agree. Opinions.
I like so much.
Yeah, I love it. So Ty, Odegaard, Bruno, KDB, tomorrow Champions League final or last game of the Premier League. Who would you put?
Can we just all
number
agree
10?
that you would all sell Bruno?
Yes.
There we go. You see that there? That's what you got to do on the stream for that. Hit that.
Let's all bend.
That's the advert.
Bend
There you go.
Bruno.
We need to crop that 5 seconds, and that's the advert for liking the video.
Do you know? I heard before we go on. I heard something on Terry's show, a short, and it said that Bruno holds the record for the most goals.
Are you sure that it wasn't that Man City scared of Arsenal or Arsenal are scary?
No. It was Bruno holds the record for the most GA from a number 10 in the history of English football in the top division. 140 years.
What do you mean the record for most GA?
Like the most in one season, yes.
Yeah, that was already known. He beat it that like a couple of years ago.
I didn't know that because I thought it was Kevin De Bruyne when he had double digits assists and goals. I thought
Can I just say, that Bruno's GA rate when he first joined Manchester United, those 18 months, was so great that's the only thing keeping him relevant right now. Those phenomenal numbers that were up here, okay, that's the only thing that now makes his average seem okay. Because if you look at the amount of games he's played and the amount of goals and assists he's got,
he's on 22. Decent. I think he's on 22 or 23.
He's on 22 this season. Yeah, exactly 22. However, his numbers were so high before, and they're nothing compared to where they were. But because they were so high, the average now still makes him look okay. But if you take out the extreme highs and extreme lows, his numbers are terrible.
The only thing I would say he's a clutch player though. He's more
one of the best. Yeah, exactly. Which is exactly what one of the best comments I've seen. People who judge football off stats sheets only, they have zero ball knowledge. It's not only about stats. Output, however, Ty, output is important. Output is very important,
especially when you're in a number 10 position. That's where you want to have. And for example, Odegaard, I actually put him. We done a show on Never a Foul of me, Daps, and a couple others right at the start of the season. We were talking about 5 players that need to have a big season. I put Odegaard in there because I actually rate Odegaard as a player. But it's like, when is he going to actually like reach them heights or show what his talent was about when he was 16, 17 going Madrid? We've actually seen him have his best output or best season in terms of even combination play and everything for Arsenal. So for me, it's Champions League final or Premier League, and I need to win a game tomorrow. I'm starting Kevin De Bruyne. I'm benching Odegaard, and I'm selling Bruno Fernandes. And I know people might say, they'll start Odegaard, which would be an interesting debate. I really like Odegaard, and it's like a bit like the Thomas Partey, Rodri for Jess, where he said he really likes both. I really like De Bruyne and Odegaard, but I just feel like with De Bruyne, I feel like if it's a big game, I know he is on the decline, but I still think he has them moments to really impact games. He can obviously still do them driving runs. He can still strike a ball. He can find a great pass. He's been a big game player for Manchester City. So for me, I still start De Bruyne. Martin Odegaard, I like him the way he is as a number 10. I've always liked to control a number 10, a bit like a Mesut Ozil. They get on the ball, they control, dictate tempo, retain the ball well, find pockets. I really like Odegaard as a player, but I feel like sometimes there's some games where it's not that he's missing, but like he might not pull out something out of nowhere. Whereas De Bruyne could maybe be having a bad game and still has the ability to pull something out of the bag in a big game final or a big Premier League game. So for me, I start De Bruyne, I bench Odegaard, who I really rate, and Bruno Fernandes. I'm sorry, despite all your goals and assists, I've seen games pass you by, and I wouldn't even bat an eyelid if in a year's time, 12 months' time, Ten Hag went out and got a number 10 that he prefers, and that was that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah,
I'm with you 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I give my
go ahead?
Yeah.
Of course,
go.
My friend. Of course.
I'm tempted to sell Odegaard.
I knew you would.
Only because of the money. 24 years old.
Now put that aside, Jess. I want you to put the money aside and just the player. I want you to do player.
I believe KDB is better than Odegaard.
Yeah.
But they're not the same kind of player. KDB is a lot more physical. Like the way he strides out of the ball is very Yaya Toure-esque. Odegaard doesn't have that.
He's more pockets controlling. Yeah.
What we were saying earlier about like if Casemiro was around better players, would he be better? Yeah. I feel like to get the most out of Odegaard, you kind of have to have players around him that can also play that can play. Whereas KDB, the players haven't got to be able to play. Yeah, they've just got to be competent because he can do things himself. I think in a final of like the Champions League, who would I want?
Today, based on the season, Jess, like how they played.
I think you might want Ødegaard. Okay, this is just a thought. Okay, just let me know what you guys think. You might want Ødegaard because Ødegaard can grab the game by the balls, yeah, occasionally, and really control the tempo and the pace, and really be involved. Yeah, but again, like you said, he can also vanish, not really do things. Yeah, but if Ødegaard gets a hold of the game and dictates, I feel like the game is won. Like he will win the game for you. But if he doesn't do that, then he'll have no impact.
Yeah, and this is where I think De Bruyne can sometimes not have a great game, but you know he can pull a moment out. But also when he is playing well, he can control the game in a different type of way, more power runs, like you said, box to box driving. But he's do you know what I mean?
So based off of that, and based on the fact that I was actually at Emirates last week Thursday for that Europa game, and I saw when Ødegaard came on, he did get things going. I will start KDB. And I will leave Ødegaard on the bench, knowing that he can be impactful. And I will sell Bruno Fernandes because I don't like Bruno Fernandes one bit. Like not as a football player, as a person, can't stand him.
That's it. Yeah, I see you at the corner shop, Bruno. It's on.
Yeah, no, Bruno Fernandes and his cousin, Anthony Santos. Is that his name? Anthony Santos. Yeah. Those two are two horrible people. Like there's no one at United who's a bad person. But there's a clip I saw going viral this week of Anthony dribbling the ball out of play against Fulham, and then a throw-in's given to Fulham, and he's looking at the line, or like, what the hell? Yeah, these times you dribbled out yourself. Like, it's just a horrible piece of work. So yeah, start KDB, sub Ødegaard, and I'm not going to sell Bruno. I'm going to just let him go and pay him out as well. Just get
free agent. Just cut the contract. Just
look at Cass. What's your problem, Cass?
No. Before you, Cass, come in. Another super chat is saying Ødegaard has the output, but also does much more. He is the best at dictating play passes from the front. But I would start KDB in big games for the X factor. I think we're all scared. To bench KDB because of all what he does for Man City.
Wait. Who's all of us? I haven't had my fucking opinion, bruv.
Go ahead.
This is easy. Night and day. You're talking about this Ødegaard all day of the week. Don't piss me off, bruv. 17 GA in the Prem this season alone. Clutch. This guy's my favorite player at Arsenal. I love this guy. That's my type of 8-10. Easy, bro.
So you agree with the super chat with Condine?
Yeah, because you know what? If you're talking about KDB of 2 seasons ago, it's easy. It's night and day, innit? But obviously it comes with a factor in it. There's been a drop off. KDB's being benched this season and all that kind of stuff. Who do you want in the moment right now? I want Ødegaard, bro. I want to control my game. I don't want someone that needs to whip in a ball from right-hand side and crossing inshallah and hopefully Haaland gets on the end of it. You know what I mean? Like, KDB has clutch mode. He's clutch. He's the definition of clutch. Don't get me wrong, innit? And this is me being honest. Like, I've gave Man City players props. I've gave Arsenal props like bench. I'm not being biased at all. Ødegaard is my type of player. I love a dictator, man.
I love Ødegaard as a player. I love
it to bits, and I want that at my club. I'm stuck with Bruno Fernandes. You know, he treats the ball like it's a bomb sometimes. But the thing is, he's not aesthetically good on the eye, but he does create a lot of chances. Don't get me wrong with Bruno. Like, you can't deny his output of chance creation is crazy. Just don't look good. But he's definitely getting sold for me.
The thing is about Bruno, I've got to defend him because, like you said, he treats the ball like a bomb. In the right team, in the right structure around him, that's a valuable asset to have. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear it. But I think KDB's very good. I don't even know if he can last 90 minutes in each game now, like, and all that stuff. So you're saying who am I starting? I'm sorry, I'm starting Ødegaard, man. This guy this season is wicked, bro. It's so night and day. When you take him out of the team, Arsenal look like they're struggling without him in creativity in the centre mid because Fabio Vieira is a Portuguese eyelash. Word to months. Blow him over, fam. Done. You're over. You know what I mean? You don't put no one else in that midfield. They're not creating. KDB, you take that out. I can still rely on everything else. Don't get me wrong. I think KDB's sick and he does stuff for City. But they're not like they can still play Bernardo Silva's Gundogan in the midfield and still be calm. You get what I mean? It's all win a game.
Quick question.
That's just my just my
Quick question, Cass. If you put Ødegaard in Man City in place of KDB, do they do better?
Say again?
If you replace KDB with Ødegaard at Man City, do they do better?
Currently, like it gives me a bit of like a Bernardo Silva vibe, like kind of feel. And I think Bernardo Silva's pretty much been one of their best, if not best, players all around at City the last couple of seasons. So that's why I like it. I like my Bernardo Silvas. I like Ødegaard. I think them sort of players are so hard to come by. Short, but they got great balance. They don't get knocked off the ball quick. The creativity. Oh, that's just my favorite type of player. KDB's wicked though, man. Like, bro, the guy's long shots are better than everyone in like we said, better than Bruno's, better than everything. The guy left foot, right foot, crossing, you know, he's got probably just as good as a cross nearly as David Beckham. Like Steven Gerrard, you could kind of KDB, Steven Gerrard, you could probably say they're kind of similar. But for me, it's definitely it's just down to preference. And this season alone, this is what you want to do. Because if you said overall, I'm picking KDB, of course. But if you're telling me this season, my narrative has changed.
I think a lot of people would agree on this season, Ødegaard, but I'm just doing it as a
I like Ødegaard, man. I like Ødegaard, man. A lot.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a very, very good. I'm glad to see him actually shine this year.
Arsenal are trying to sign him down to 2030.
I will have to. I'll have to go in a second, and then I'll be back. But for me, last thing, I would start Ødegaard fair this season. I'll bench KDB because he can come off the bench and do wonders, and I would bin Bruno. To be honest, that's my opinion. I'll bin Bruno. So I'm gonna let you guys do the next one. I'll be back. It is Saka, Rashford, and Foden. This is the controversial one for a lot of people.
Oh, you're leaving this one. Okay, well, I see.
This is the one. I'll be back. I need to go and open the gate and stuff. I have a contractor coming. So you guys go ahead. Without me, I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back.
What's the next one?
Saka,
Foden, and Rashford. Oh. Should we just go make a cup of tea and wait for Mo to come back?
No. I wish. This is criminal, man.
Hey, do a vote. Oh, I wish you could do a poll on this one on the YouTube if we could.
I've got some thoughts on this, guys.
Go on.
Yeah, go on, Jess. Get the kettle boiled, man.
So imagine you were the manager of what's that team? Lincoln, yeah?
Yeah.
What are they now? Championship? League One? League One now, yeah? And you can sign, you've been given the opportunity to sign any one of those three players.
Yeah.
You're only going to sign Saka.
No, they're not, no. I think you know what it is, again, it comes down to, I said I really like the Ødegaards and that. See Foden? Bro, but you know what? Saka is so good as well. Like, I'm going to have one thing clear. I'm selling Rashford.
Value-wise, but I love Rashford, though.
Yeah, I love Rashford for what he's done, but see, Saka is a complete winger for me. Like, there's nothing he can't do. Like, honestly, nothing he can't do. But see Foden, oh my word, and this is hard because if we're talking about solely on the wing, cool, but Foden, way just in the middle, is different gravy, bro.
100%. But what I mean,
this is so hard.
I don't know, but I feel like Foden has to play in the Goldilocks zone. Yeah, what I mean is that it has to be no, everything has to be just right. So the team, the setup, the formation, the philosophy has to be just right for Foden. Now, these are just my thoughts. So for Man City, he can shine highly because he's been bred to play that kind of football. For a team like the Barcelona of old, he could shine. Probably even for the current Real Madrid, he could shine. But if you put him in a lower league team, that's why I said a team like Lincoln that are just playing straight 4-4-2, and you slap him in there, midfield or even on the wing, wherever you want to play him, playing football that's not aesthetically pleasing or with any complex kind of structures, I think he's just going to be another player on the pitch. And on the flip side of that, what was that? Did you say something?
No, I'm agreeing with. I'm just agreeing with your point.
Yeah. Whereas with Saka,
it's hard to disagree any point at the moment.
But the thing is, that I need to make it clear that I know Foden is generational. I know people throw that word around. Yeah, he's fantastic.
He's since Jack Wilshere, if I'm being honest.
Better.
No, he's better than Jack Wilshere. But you know, like Jack Wilshere, for what we got back in terms of English profile alone, Jack Wilshere when he was 16 was don't get me started, bro.
Exactly. Whereas with a player like Saka, I feel like if you're managing at any level and you need a winger to just go and do winger, okay, whether I believe he can still do it on the left side as well, and just do wing play, I feel like Saka will do it for you at any level, whether that's the Premier League, whether that's League One, non-league, Italian football, South American football, Al Hilal, J League, A League, K League, any level. I believe Saka can do it. Those are my thoughts.
Hey, I hear it. This is a difficult conversation. A lot of guys are saying Foden is even a winger, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true, but then you could say that you know what the best thing about all these players, Red Ty? Rashford's a goal scorer. He's an inverted forward.
Yep.
That's it. He's or an inside forward, however you want to, Saka's actually just a winger, probably an inverted winger, you could say, not in forward. You could say inverted, but he can play touchline as well. And then Foden is a bit of, what would you call it? What would you call that sort of winger currently?
Inside forward.
Yeah, maybe he's like more of an inside forward type. He's not a winger, so you would call that inside forward. A little, not Rashford's obviously the inverted forward because he's doing the Salah kind of thing, go get your goals and etc. etc. So they're all different types of profile player. The thing is, it would come down to preference at the end of the day. And if you're going to tell me who would you rather have, I'm sorry, but we're talking on this season. This season factors for me because this is what we're doing on. So I have to be consistent. Then Saka rips everyone apart.
Yeah,
rips everyone apart.
But
and Foden's wicked, and I think overall, if you told me overall, what would I rather have in my team? I'm picking Foden because that's just my preference. I think I can go get another Saka potentially, like somewhere. I don't think I can go get myself another Foden.
Yeah, 100%.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I think both of you are talking a lot of sense, to be fair, because I feel like with Foden, like even the goal he scored the other day against I can't remember the game at home when he dribbled through the players and he come inside and Newcastle. There you go. Like it's just the moments of magic he can produce. You know that he's got that in him. But then again, he's that good. But Pep Guardiola for some reason hasn't really been starting him. He plays him on the left, he plays on the right. And actually, what I feel is long term, and I want to see what you guys think of this. Long term for Foden, I think when he's like 27, 28, 29. The mixture of formations and positions he's played in will actually benefit his career. However, when you're actually 20, 21, 22, 23, I actually think that in that moment right now, like Saka is, he's a right winger. He's nailed down. That's where he plays. When Saka first burst on the scene, he was playing a bit of left back. He was playing a bit on the right wing, a bit on the left wing. They've actually nailed down his position and he plays there consistently. What's that enabled him to do? He's now leveled up and he's now become a top 5 right winger in the world because he's playing somewhere consistently. And for his development, and this is what I'm talking about, for development, when you're playing in a same position every week, you start to master that position. And that's what Saka has done. Foden is an excellent player, generational player. However, he's not mastered a position. He can just play number 10. He can play on the right. He can play on the left. So yes, he's great at them because he's a great player within himself. But his development has not actually been in one position to say, right, you're nailed on for this role. And I actually say right now, I would start Saka, I would bench Foden, and I'd sell Rashford. And for me with Saka, I just love that. Yes, he's got that versatility already in him, left back, left wing, and stuff like that. I just love him as a footballer because he scores, he creates, he retains the ball. He's very strong, by the way. Him and Sterling, for little players like that, they are so strong on the ball and robust. And also, that guy is never injured, by the way. Can we just throw out there? Saka is never injured, Cass, ever.
Can we pinpoint we're based off this season, not overall?
By
the way, for guys.
Season.
It's literally the season,
Yeah, and Saka's delivered for Arsenal. And also, the fact that his availability, we always say, my boy, big up Safo, he always says availability is the best ability. And Saka brings that to the table 100%. So,
it's true. It's true. My who said that as well? He's also got Kim Kardashian's phone number, so.
Get me, so Saka, if you're watching, line me up.
Guys, can I say as well?
No, he doesn't. What's her name again? What's your missus name?
Yeah, I don't know.
What? Oh shit. Oh shit. Word.
Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say, guys. Yeah. What is Foden's ideal position?
For me, he lies in an advanced state, and I think he can play, and I think he can do what Ødegaard does. I really do believe that, and I think Ødegaard can dictate where Foden might be someone that arrives in the box a little bit more than Ødegaard does. But I just think, Southgate's a fucking criminal, bro. That guy's a criminal.
No, he's not criminal.
Foden can do left wing, right wing, attacking mid, centre mid. For me, he can. You know what the maddest thing? They won a league with him doing false 9. False 9. How many in the world can you tell me there's a false 9 going on that can do that? and still score 100 goals overall, by the way. I've said for this season, Saka, Foden,
we all started Saka.
Foden, and obviously getting rid of
But can we speak on Rashford?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather
they're
have
all different
Saka.
types of profiles, but it feels like I don't know what Rashford I'm gonna get. I don't know what Rashford I'm gonna get. You know what it is, Mo. Yeah, you know what it is, Mo. I think Rashford out of all of them definitely the most clutch for me currently this season.
I'm not
Saka's
muted now. I was muted, by the way.
Saka's not far behind. Okay, but if you had a final tomorrow, but I'm trying to look. There's this season, but I have to also include overall stuff for me in it.
Yeah, I see your point.
Foden's been doing it in the Champions League at the end of the day. Like he has been there. He's been in moments. He's experienced. Saka hasn't as much, but Saka is. I've seen. You can't just tell me you look at that Saka and say, "Brother."
And do you know what it is?
You could probably assist.
Did you know what it is as well? Yeah, and this is me, and obviously I love Rashford. Yeah, look, he's from my island, and Cass knows that. St. Kitts and Nevis. I love the guy. Yeah. But when it comes to Marcus Rashford, there's something about his play which is quite interesting. He scores a lot of goals and gets a lot of assists. And obviously, I always compare him to Heung-min Son in a way because they run in behind. You know, they don't really dribble past loads of players. They're more like finishers in terms of their wing play. However, when Rashford is on the ball, right, and this is funny enough, I watched the game. I went to Old Trafford when we drew with Southampton. He's the type of winger where Bukayo Saka, for example, he's got creativity. He can take on players 1v1. He can dribble. He can cross. He can assist, and he can score. Marcus Rashford looks for one thing when he plays on the left-hand side, and he gets the ball. And it's either you cut in and he gets half a yard and he makes a shot. If not, he comes in and he just passes it. I don't feel like he has actually a lot of variation to his game. And I think that's actually something he needs to improve on. Whereas Bukayo Saka, if you put him on the ball on the right-hand side, you know that he's either going to take on his player, he's going to whip in a great cross, or he's going to come inside and score. But I feel like Rashford, he always needs that half a yard. And when he doesn't, he gets a bit stuck at times.
Can I just say, you said he needs to have more variation to his game. However, I believe that if Rashford wants to score more goals like he has this season, he does that doing less. So having less variation.
Yeah, I hear it.
So less dribbles, less take-ons, less key passes, less everything.
But Jeff, that relies on him then getting the ball in sort of positions where he just has to put the ball kind of in the back of the net. He doesn't have to
imagine this, though, Ty. You put Rashford, within that Arsenal team, replace Martinelli, he's probably getting just as much goals and more chances. Way more.
If you put Rashford in Arsenal team, so Martinelli.
In Martinelli's position, untold. The chances he will get this season alone. Possibly. Oh my word! How many goals? That's another debate for another day. If you throw it in that team, what would they do? But Rashford in that Arsenal team, Man United, the way we have to sit back sometimes. But he'd be on the front foot.
Telling me that Rashford isn't having a better season than Foden this year?
No, I agree. But I think as an overall player,
no, of course he's a better player. Foden is a better player, of course. I agree. He's more talented, but this year he's more talented. Of course, Foden was probably.
But it's quite hard for Foden because obviously, if Foden was playing and he was playing shit, right, Mo? Then I'd be like, okay, you know,
Foden I see your point.
He's been playing shit. He's actually not been starting. Doesn't mean he's been playing shit.
Yeah, but again, tomorrow, I would. Would you trust?
Well, when he's coming recently, he's re-energized him.
Yeah, of course.
Haaland always connects him better. So when he does play, Foden does impact games, and you can tell he's a good player. So what I said, Mo, is that when he's at his young age, he's not nailed down a position. He played left, he's played right, and I feel like for Foden's development, it's quite key that you nail down a spot like Saka has. Whereas when Foden's 28, 29, playing in all these different positions will help him because he's got the experience of it. But right now, it's quite annoying for his development because he's not nailing down a spot where he's playing every week.
But I also don't. If you have tomorrow, guys, if you have like game tomorrow, really, you don't trust Rashford to score to get you like 2-3 goals, and you would trust, and you would trust Foden to get you a goal or something. Is that what? Like
two things.
Yeah, I know what Jess is probably gonna say. Go on.
I'm gonna say, if it's 0-0 and it's like the 80th minute or 70th minute, and I need a goal, I'm gonna bring on Rashford because that pace and that energy when the opposition are tired is dangerous. Nobody wants to see that. Even if you're losing. No, if the opposing team are defending, I feel like Rashford is pretty useless. If the opposing team are trying to attack you and trying to score a goal, that's when Rashford is most dangerous. That's what I want to say on Rashford. And quickly, with regards to Foden, you talk about when he's 28, 29. One thing we can be sure of is when he is that age is that he won't be under Pep Guardiola. Can another manager get the most out of him? Because remember, we don't know where he plays. So imagine Foden playing at club level under a Gareth Southgate. We won't appreciate him.
Can I ask you a question, Jess? Simple, straight.
Yes, sir.
Who's better, technical, Saka or Foden?
Foden.
Everybody
Foden.
agree that Foden is a better technical player.
Yeah.
Who's a better player
Yeah,
then?
Foden.
Both same age. Who's better player?
Saka.
Saka's a better player than Foden. Overall player.
Yeah, but because of for me, he's simpleness. Like he's just a simple player that can play in any team.
I think he's a more. I don't know about that one. I think Foden's a bit. When I think of football players, it's the technical side always comes out, but everything's overall pace. Foden's got pace. He's got
Guys,
that.
I've got to make a phone call. Okay, can you give me? I'll be back in that
Go
week.
ahead.
Let me know if you can hear me.
No, it's good.
So let's move on. Anyways, it's
Let's
that's
move
another
on because
conversation.
we've been going for long for this. So
Wait, Mo, quickly. What are you doing before you just finish? So Saka, Foden, Rashford. What are you doing?
for this year, I'm starting Saka, benching Rashford, and selling Foden this year. Even though
Okay.
I think Foden is the better player out of all of them, by the way. But
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this season. If I have a game, I would have to put Rashford in. You cannot just ignore the freaking form. You'll be blind to just say out of the way you're not a good player like the other guys. Come on, just give me a break.
Yeah, I hear it.
Freaking a goal every game now, this guy Rashford. So yeah, it's like it's as simple as that. You'll be an idiot, to be honest, if you do otherwise. That's my opinion. But forward, yeah, maybe Foden gonna be has a higher ceiling than all of them, but based on this season, and I don't care if your coach is rotating you. Yes, I get Pep rotates and everything, but it's not my fault. Like I'm like just guy looking at the game tomorrow, and I'm like, okay, you can't nail down a starting position this year. He can't. He is not a starter. Like if you say Jack Grealish is 100% a starter for City. Isn't that correct? Can you sit here and tell me that Foden is a starter for Man City tomorrow? No, you can't.
No, it's
No,
always.
but that's Pep rotating does his thing, doesn't
But
he? So-
but Jack Grealish doesn't rotate because
He does. But if you said to me, "Oh, okay, Man City
But-
are in a final tomorrow. Which one would I start out of Foden and Grealish?" I actually would still
I
start.
would start Foden exactly. But that's not what that's not what his coach sees. That's not what his coach sees.
Well,
You're
let's
telling
like
me-
Jess said. Like Jess said, but we'll have to see what a different coach does
Yes,
when they come in and imprint their style.
I agree. So let's go on to the last
Smash
one.
the like, people, by the way. Let me just make sure you subscribe to Armchair Gaffers, Jess's channel, and make sure you like this video, people. Subscribe if you're new as well. Show love for the love. So yeah, big up.
So the people that say it's rotation, you guys disagree that I disagree that with them because I think Jack Grealish, every time I'm seeing City, most of the time, 90%, I see Jack Grealish starting.
Let's just move on, man. This is another conversation. I'll just drag.
Kane, Haaland, and Salah.
Oh, I can go last this time. I started last one. Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
fuck's sake. Wait. No, I can't.
It's a very awkward conversation.
No, let Jess go first.
It's an awkward
Okay.
conversation.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good.
So I'm gonna start Haaland. Kane will get you goals, but I don't know if I've said it on this show in the past. But I'll say it again. I feel like Kane is what you call the good Lord. Kaz, you've heard this one before, right?
I think so. I think it comes from you.
Yeah. So I call him the good Lord because he giveth and he also taketh away. Okay, it's my saying that I use. He clearly giveth goals. Clearly.
Why are you
However-
doing this? Why are you doing this flipping old school English 1700s language? It's 1600s.
Can I speak?
Gibbeth.
So he clearly giveth goals, okay. But what he taketh away is that he's so what's that, influential in the team. The team is structured around him, and I think it's clear to see in Tottenham, the team's built around him, and it doesn't result in trophies. Sure, he'll get his own accolades end of the season, top scorer, golden boot, and whatnot. However, from a team perspective, he seems to take away too much. And he restricts you in terms of what other players you can sign. You got to sign players that will fit into his style of play. So because of that, he's not going to be my starting centre forward. It's going to be Haaland because although he only plays one position, he's mad fast, got bags of pee, and P, and he scores loads of goals. So I'm going to start Haaland. I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell Kane and leave Salah on the bench because I don't see Kane as an impactful player. Bringing him off the bench.
Hear it?
Yeah. So start Haaland, sub Salah, sell Kane.
What are you saying, Entire? You can go next.
Ooh. This is actually quite tight, you know, because I feel like I'm starting Haaland.
I think we're all gonna start Haaland, but go on.
So we're all gonna start Haaland. We're all gonna start Haaland. What Jess ended with was perfect. You know how he said, "I don't believe Kane can come on and maybe impact the game as much." I was trying to compare the two as well because Salah kind of gives me Rashford vibes, but on the other side, they're goal scoring wingers. Do you know what I'm saying? They can come on, they can score big moments, create a big moment as well. But Kane, I also feel if your team is trying to get back into a game, he can drop in the pockets, and he's a team player. So what he then does is drops in and then enables the other players to then sort of thrive, or maybe he can create chances for the other players. Can Salah create chances for the other players, or does he need to be on the end of things? This is so hard. I'm starting Haaland. I'm benching Kane, and I'm selling Salah. That is so tough. I don't think there's much right or wrong there, but I feel like Kane, for the creative side of it, he can help the team. But also, we know this guy,
Man United, isn't it?
We know that this guy's hit 20 plus in the last 8 or 9 seasons, so he can also score. So if I'm talking last 10 minutes, imagine him coming on and trying to get a goal, but also creating for the other players. Salah, I don't look at him as much of a creator, but I also see him obviously as coming on and his pace that can impact games. So I just feel like Salah, I don't know, man. Like this year, he's been out on the wide right cast. He's not really played century, which people say he should support Nunes more. And we've seen Salah. We've seen
is that down to him or down to the manager? See,
down to the manager, but also
Haaland's out is undeniably.
It shows that Salah needs to be closer to the goal and also be on the end of things. When he's out wide, he's basically nullified. Whereas Kane, you know, whether he's in a crap Tottenham team or not, he's going to create something or potentially score, even if they lose 3-1. So yeah, start Haaland, bench Kane, sell Salah. Tough one.
I have to sell a guy. I'm keeping Salah. Salah has 33 GA this year, bro. Like,
yeah, no, I understand. It's a tight one.
He's in a shit Liverpool team and still getting that GA. And Tottenham are a better team currently than Liverpool currently. And Liverpool do have a better team. I just think Salah. I think it's down to the manager really. You put Salah into our team, he's cooking. You put him in any team, he's still cooking. You put him in an Arsenal team.
Yeah, that's true.
My word. You put him in an Arsenal team, madness. Man City.
When I think about that now,
Kane for me is a serial bottler. I think it can change under the right manager, but I'm not trying to find if it can change. I want a guy that's won trophies. I don't think Salah's a finished article. He's a finished article. I don't think he's on mad decline yet. I think he's very athletic.
It's a tight one, man. It's tight.
Salah gets more goals than Kane, or if not just as much, and he plays on a wing.
Guys, do you think it's a bit concerning that Haaland can only play in one position?
He's a number 9. That's what I want my number 9 to do.
Yes. Jess, do you think I was moaning when Ruud van Nistelrooy was banging in goals when I was growing up? Playing
True, but in those days, you played one position. Nowadays, especially your forwards, they're just called forwards now.
Yeah, but them forwards that do play in multiple positions, you could say like a Gabriel Jesus, just throwing it out there. Firmino that can play 10 and 9. They're not actually goal-scoring strikers, really. The ones that can do that, they don't score the goals that Haaland does. They don't hit the numbers that Van Nistelrooy and players like that do. So I feel like, when you're actually a proper number 9 like Haaland, your job is to score goals, and that's what they do. The number 9's caster, can play on the left or play on the right. They're not actually very high volume people. Do you know
Kane's
what I'm saying?
a better footballer than both of them, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I want my number 9 to be scoring as much goals as Haaland. If you can give me that, I'm
8
taking
goals
it.
in 2 games already. Like
Salah's gonna be in his bad season and still give me 33 GA. I'm taking that. As well. Kane, he's got quite good stats this season, and I suppose he has to do everything around Tottenham, put him in a better team. Who knows?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think Kane would be viewed differently? Like, say, in a 12 months' time, he'd be left? He'll
probably end up at Man United this summer. But
yeah.
But we'll have to see. But I'm currently talking about now. if we're
I
talking
can't hear you.
now,
Can you mute Mo? Can you mute Mo?
I don't know. He's the guy. I can't really mute him. Actually, I can.
Oh.
I can. You can just hover over his thing.
Yeah.
If we're talking about this season, then I'm sorry, but then I'm gonna have to flip it. This season, Kane's been better than Mo Salah. So actually, I rebuke that.
Yeah, in a bad Tottenham as well. In a bad Tottenham.
Yeah, in a bad Tottenham. So I'm benching Kane and I'm selling Salah.
So you're with me. Start Haaland, bench Kane.
Yeah. My mind went to the overall situation.
sell
I'm
Salah.
thinking. So I'm literally I'm selling Salah this season because just because, isn't it?
Okay.
Who did you and then Jess? You started Haaland.
This
you
is
benched
hard.
Salah and sold Kane.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, I'm also willing.
I'm lying.
You're willing to strike a little
Wait.
sugar, yeah?
I'm gonna take something from Jess's books. I'm sorry, but 1 year left on his contract, 100 million player. Sorry, I'm selling Kane. I take that back.
No, forget that though. No.
I'm benching Salah. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm with you.
With the numbers that involved in this show.
No, guys, I've changed everything now. So I am starting Kane. I'm starting Kane. I'm benching Haaland and I'm selling Salah. I just changed my mind completely. I'm starting Kane because Haaland again impact, 60th minute onwards, just running in a straight line at 40 miles an hour, and Kane will get your goal, and if he somehow doesn't, bring on Haaland. Yeah.
You man kill me bringing up contracts and that, you know.
Yeah.
If you're gonna give me £100 million for guys,
but contracts ain't even involved, man. It's just
$100 million. I'm sorry, but it's still selling, but it's still selling. So it's like, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely selling Kane. I'm keeping Salah, man. Won that.
Interesting. All right, Mo, come on, get your ass here, man.
What's the host?
We need you to. I wonder what Mo's gonna say. Actually, what do you think Mo's gonna say?
Mo's gonna probably he's gonna say Haaland, obviously.
Wait, imagine he doesn't after everything you said.
He's Egyptian, so he's gonna say something for Salah and back his boy. What are you gonna say, Kane?
That's probably
just so we're clear, guys. I'm starting Kane, subbing Haaland, and I'm selling Salah.
That's an L.
And I start Haaland, I bench Kane, and I sell Salah.
It's overall, man. I know this ain't gonna be a. Nah, you know what? I was gonna do another one. We didn't really do one for like goalkeepers, fullbacks.
No, we'll do another. We'll say that next week.
Yeah,
that's
maybe next week.
By the way, guys, Kaz, please plug my podcast, please.
What, Mr. Armchair Gaffers in the title and in the description, you know. Armchair Gaffers just uploaded that one. Smashing the like on the video is that one too, you know.
You do a bad job, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can't lie, you just threw me on the spot.
Guys, you got Mo here. Mo's not here yet. He's coming back now. You know what to do, people. ACG, that's in the name, the blueprint on the top.
Can someone go get the link?
Gaffers.
Get the link and throw it in the description.
You can literally do it now. You know what the best thing about YouTube is? A lot of people watching their phone, on their tablet. You don't even need to leave the stream. Just type in Armchair Gaffers or the hyperlink and go and subscribe, people. Jess is over. What? You're on the way to 5K now, Jess?
Yes. Well, we just passed 4K.
There you go. No. So we're on the way to 5. Don't worry.
So
Positivity. We're on the way to 5K, guys. There's 200 of you here.
Waiting on you.
100 of you could go and subscribe, and that's more than.
So you guys are done.
I'm also paying money for subscribers as well.
Yeah,
I do a lucky draw every Wednesday where I give a subscriber some money.
Wait, really?
No.
So, okay. Just a last thing for me. I would start Haaland. I would bench Kane.
Let me unmute Mo.
Oh yeah, I muted Mo as well.
Mo, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Mo, you're back now.
I'm back. I was never unmuted here.
Mo, there's a contract clause in this. We are not telling you what we've said because we're not having us.
Okay, I'll start Haaland, bench Kane, and Ben Salah. Not even sell him.
Oh man, didn't go with his Egyptian brother. He said gone.
Yeah. Just start Haaland to give me
some. I hear it.
Give me some
You're like
goals.
Mo. You said exactly the same.
Kane off the bench to be a second striker if needed. Yeah, I know he leads the line and all this talk, but he lets people down in big games, so I wouldn't start him. I would start Haaland, of course. Big player, big striker, one of the best strikers I've seen. It's a talent to be in the right place at the right time. It doesn't matter if it's tap-ins, shots, rebounds. A lot of strikers did that, and I think he's going to be one of the best strikers we've ever seen in our lives. And I would bench Kane, and I would bin Salah. Tear that contract, that 350k. Tear it. Send him to Egypt. Get him to his cousins in Egypt. Get him to the village. It's done. It's over. He needs to go, bro. He needs to go.
Lovely. Mo, just so you're aware, I am starting Harry Kane. I am.
By the way, I was listening to everything you guys said. So.
Oh, so you know.
Mama had the Bluetooth connector in. I love that.
But anyway, so I hope that people like this show. It's I like it. I like these shows because it gets different opinions. No opinion is right. No opinion is wrong.
Exactly.
It's all based on preferences.
Said we'll do another one next week, Mo, like right backs goal.
We'll do something else. We'll do old timers, Gerrard, Scholes, and Lampard.
No. Do the
this.
right back thing, goalkeeper first. Do the current. It's good with current. I like it. I like the
current. Okay, because you know, like when you look back on time, their career is all done. So nobody can tell me they're worse this or they're worse that. It's who's better. I like this.
That's why it's good. That's why I like debating current players, because you can actually pinpoint certain things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but thanks everybody that watched us. We've gone for an hour, 25 minutes, an hour 30. We've had over 200 people. Let's get to 150 likes, please, if you can. It is simple. It just hit that like button for us. And thanks, Jess, for joining us. Appreciate it. I'm sure Gaffer is absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Cass. Thanks, Ty. And hopefully we're back tomorrow with something new, something else. And we hope to see you guys soon. And we're out.
Peace out.